Mama Houston is taking matters into her own hands to save her troubled daughter. Engaged. Mama Houston praying for Whitney.
With Access Hollywood.
Right now on Access Hollywood.
I just feel so supported by your love.
Cissy's spiritual intervention. Inside Mama Houston's crusade to save Whitney.
And our Tom and Penelope back together. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Access Hollywood. I'm Sean Robinson in for Pat O'Brien.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy O'Dell. But first, prayers for Whitney Houston as her rehab rolls on. Whitney's mother, Cissy Houston, leads an emotional vigil aimed at saving her daughter's life. An emotionally charged Cissy Houston sang her heart out in front of hundreds gathered at Abyssinian Baptist Church in Harlem. Surrounded by family and friends, Miss Houston called on the community to pray for her daughter, Whitney, who was in drug rehab.
Your prayerful presence is a healing balm for those who are afflicted with misery and grief.
For the first time ever, Cissy made a very public plea for help at a prayer vigil that lasted nearly 4 hours. Renowned pastors like Reverend Calvin Butts and Reverend Al Sharpton prayed for Whitney's recovery.
Lord, you know where Whitney is tonight. I want you to touch her right now.
Moved by powerful words and hymns, Cissy rose to her feet a number of times, and when she sang, she almost couldn't stop. While Samuel L. Jackson was not there, he is all too familiar with drug addiction, and when we interviewed him on the set of his new film, Coach Carter, he offered his help to the troubled singer.
When and if she ever wants to reach out to someone, I'd be more than willing to, sit down and talk to her and, give her a hand if she wanted that. And that's the best I could do.
We're on rumor control.
Inside the prayer vigil for Whitney Houston. Cissy Houston asked the Lord to help her troubled daughter heal.
I never wanted Whitney to be in this business, for one thing.
But where was Whitney?
Whitney's mom is breaking her silence in a very public way. Cissy Houston held a prayer vigil for her troubled daughter, and as Jerry Penicoli reports, asked for help from above.
Whitney Houston's mother is appealing to a higher power. In an emotional religious revival meeting in Harlem, Cissy Houston prayed for her daughter to be saved from addiction. And some famous friends like former presidential candidate Al Sharpton helped out.
Lord, you know where Whitney is tonight. I want you to touch her right now.
Houston did check into rehab last month, reportedly after a family intervention.
Well, I never wanted Whitney to be in this business, for one thing.
Cissy Houston once gave a very revealing interview to Extra. Even then, there were whispers about Whitney, and Cissy strongly defended her daughter.
You have a right, I think, to say your opinion, but you don't have a right to accuse people falsely. And I think some of the things that they've said were really wild.
While Whitney is battling her addiction, husband Bobby Brown has been trying to break into the world of reality TV, hiring a crew to follow his every move. In today's papers, Cissy had this to say about her son-in-law: "I don't hate Bobby Brown. He just got off to a wrong start."
I am touched by your presence and your support.
And now this mom, whose love knows no limits, hopes a higher source can free her gifted child from the prison of addiction.